All right, welcome to this week's Ozone podcast. I'm excited about this week's guest. I haven't had a chance to get to know him very much over the years yet, mainly because it's only been about a year. Yeah. But Ventrell Miller, Jaguars linebacker, thanks for joining us today.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Now, you kind of said before you got started, getting a little more popular, which makes sense, playing a little more, which is nice. Yeah. Do you feel like the first opportunity last week, one I assume that you've dreamed of for a long time?
Right. Yeah, I mean, just thinking about that, going into the game, knowing I was starting, I was just thinking to myself, dang, starting in the NFL. Right. But that was a big goal, big dream of mine to be a starting linebacker in the NFL. But I wouldn't say that changed the preparation. I said going into that game, trying to prepare the best I can to take advantage of the opportunity I had.
Tell me about Ventrell growing up. Were you a NFL fan? Did you watch it Sundays, go out and play after the games? Or what was your relationship with the NFL like? Or were you more of a college guy? Some guys are.
I'll just say I was more of a football guy. Okay. I say I watched a little bit of it all. Always played football outside, I'd say. And then growing up, my little league had football year-round, so I would play in the summer and the winter. So I was always football. Any chance I got to play football was out there, whether that was on the street or going to practice or whatever that was. So
now went to Kathleen, right, in Lakeland?
Went to Kathleen.
Now, when I was coming up in the business, Lakeland Kathleen, big high school basketball. I used to play Reball here all the time. Yeah. Really good in football when you played because of you, or I guess tell me about that program and your environment coming up in football.
I said we had some history. Ray Lewis went there, so I always had some little history with that. And then, as far as Kathleen Lakeland, always been a big rivalry, especially in football. We happened to beat those guys when I was there, actually twice. So and it was like 20-some years since we beat Lakeland. So that was my time at Kathleen, but I had a good time there.
Bucks fan growing up, or just football fan?
I say a little bit of Bucks, but I say more so Steelers fan growing up. Okay. Palomalu, all those guys out there. I was big Steelers fan.
You know, I invented Ray Lewis. I was the person who put him on the All-State team back in 1992. Oh, yeah? I didn't invent Ray Lewis, but I did put him on the All-State team. Okay. So, tell me about this week. Tough week at 0-4. Tell me about the team morale, how you guys prepare and sort of move on from a tough start.
I feel like you're just keeping the right mindset coming out, especially just the start of this week. It's just that it's going to be a grind. Practice. We always believe that you're going to practice how you play. So just going out there, being locked in your execution, and just doing the small things right, I say. And just knowing we down, we 0-4. It's a must win week. Right. So I feel like everybody's honed in, locked in, and trying to come get that win this week.
How about this defense's mentality? Still looking for a turnover. Emphasizing that a lot. What's the mindset on that front? Because it is a defense that's playing well enough to force those. Right. You just got to let them come to you?
Yeah. I say more emphasis on it been this week. We're trying to get the ball out, whether that's poking it out, trying to get interceptions, but just having that mindset, I think, and keep locking in on that mindset while you're out there to get a turnover, I think that's when they will start to come for real. When you just have that mindset always, just any opportunity for a takeaway, you taking advantage of it.
I got you. Now the questions that you know are coming, because it's always your theme. Dealt with injuries in your career. Yeah. How tough has that been? I guess tell me about your journey here, I guess is what I'm getting at. Has that been tough to overcome? How do you stay strong during that? Because you have had to deal with it.
Yeah, definitely requires a lot of mental toughness. Any time a player gets hurt for a extended period of time, just to go in and having the mindset to attack the rehab workouts, whatever that is, and just having the mind is to get back bigger, stronger, faster. That was always my goal. Anytime I got hurt, to come back bigger, stronger, faster. And basically, like after I tore my Achilles, that was the plan for me: come back bigger, stronger, faster, and attack everything I did. Whether that rehab, working out, and definitely did that. Came back bigger, stronger, faster when it all was said and done. But just having that mentality and just being resilient with whatever comes my way.
Again, we've talked a couple of times. But you seem like such an upbeat person. When you see you walking out of the locker room, always got a smile. You have the Achilles injury, which is a tough injury. Yeah. How much did that test sort of your positive outlook when you got, if you follow me, because it's tough. I mean, it's a tough time to get that as a rookie.
Right. I just say the joy of the Lord, just keep the smile on my face. I say each and every week, just knowing that it's the opportunity to still get better, whatever that is, and it could always be worse. So still trying to attack the day, trying to get better, however I can. I know last year I was in a lot of meetings, knowing I couldn't really be out there at practice, but still honing in and locking in on the meetings and whatever that was.
How pleased are you? Because, again, I've been doing this a while. I've covered guys who've had Achilles, and that can be one of the more brutal injuries.
Right.
So I didn't see you play in the NFL much before that because you didn't.
Right.
But it looks like speed, reaction, it looks like you're back.
Yeah.
How pleased are you with where you're at in that and how you're playing?
Very pleased. But I know I got still more work to do. Still trying to get better, I'll say. But it was a grind. But I definitely say I'm pleased with just my off season and just how I worked, how much of a grind that was, and just to see it pay off. That's really what I'm happy about.
In watching you last week and watching a little bit, at Florida, always struck me as a really instinctive player. When the play is there to be made, you make it look easy, whereas it's not easy.
Yeah.
Have you always been an instinctive player? Was that part of the game, meaning sort of knowing where that play's going, feeling it?
Yeah.
Has that always been part of you?
Yeah.
In terms of how you play?
Yeah, I definitely say it's always been a part of my game. Very instinctive. No, I haven't had a lot of reps in the NFL, but I say I had a lot of reps just playing football throughout my whole career, whether that was college, high school, all that kind of stuff. So I'm very familiar with just football in general, I say. And then I played running back, a little running back as well growing up. So I feel like I have a little feel about running backs and just how to hit the hole and just being instinctive of what to fit at in that, I'd say.
Because you play like a guy who has played a lot of football and understands it.
Yeah.
Is there study involved with that? Do you live it on that front, I guess?
Yeah. It's definitely a lot of studying that goes into it, especially at linebacker, just being the quarterback of the defense. But instincts plus on top of the film study, it puts you in the best position to make a play, I would say.
Right. Instincts don't do any good if you don't know where you're going.
Right.
So,
yeah,
I got you.
Most definitely.
And again, just watching you last week, I think most guys who play in the NFL enjoy it. But there seems to be a joy when you play, embracing the game, embracing the moment. Do you feel like that's a big part of you in terms of just how much you love to play this game? And it sounds a little, I guess, trite, but it does feel that way when you watch you play.
Yeah. I say I'm just a competitor, I say. So anytime it's a chance to go out there and compete, I'm always coming out to try to bring my best. Growing up, I had 4 brothers, so my mama had 5 boys, so it's just that competitive nature.
Older?
One older, the rest younger.
Okay.
But yeah, I always gave them a hard time, and whatever it was, always trying to compete. Just grew up with that.
Are you the best player of the bunch? Anybody coming up behind
you? I'm always claiming that. They might say something about it, but yeah, I'm always claiming to be the best.
I got you. So, as a rookie playing at a high level, I've got to think you feel like there's worlds more out there for you to do. Like the ceiling, I guess, haven't showed what you can really do yet. Am I getting at that?
Yeah, just like I said, just getting started. I'd say only get better from here. I'd say continue to. That's the goal. To always continue to get better each and every week. So continue to stack those days, and it's just the beginning. I'd say.
I got you. Yeah. What sport other than football were you good at?
See, that's what got. I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't really a basketball player. Like I said, I played football.
You might be the only guy in that locker room who's not a great basketball player.
Yeah, man. You know, everybody lie about being a basketball player. But yeah, like I was saying, just my childhood growing up, I never really played any other sport organized.
So you played football year round?
Yeah, year round. So it was football. So I was always the best football player.
I got you.
I did a little bit of basketball outside on the court outside, but don't want really nothing.
I got you. You're the one honest guy back there.
Yeah.
If you talk to everybody in that locker room, you should have been all state.
Nah, for sure. I got to respect the sport. Yeah, I ain't no good. So I go get a rebound or play a little aggressive with the defense, but that's about all.
I got you. All right, the last thing we do here, we call it the Ozone 5. It's 5 quick questions. Have some fun with it. They can be very short answers. Ventrell Miller, what's your last binge watch?
House of the Dragons.
Okay, tell me about it.
It's a little continuation of like Game of Thrones, if you heard of that, but basically like medieval times, dragons, whole bunch of junk going on. But House of Dragons, you need to watch that if you haven't seen that before. HBO.
You. Last song you heard on the way in this morning?
Last song, on the way to here, you said?
Yeah, just or
to work.
Or in your headphones.
What song did I listen to? I say it had to be Candyman by G Herbo. That's the last song I heard today. Okay. Yeah.
You know it's not mine, right?
Yeah, I figured that.
What's your go-to restaurant in town?
Go-to restaurant? I don't know a Chipotle count, but I'm a big Chipotle guy. But if I had to go somewhere fancy, I'd say Capitol Grill.
Okay, yeah. I got you. Favorite player growing up?
Favorite player
Steel
growing
player,
up?
Right?
Nah, I have to say Ray Lewis.
Okay.
Just being hometown, Ray Lewis was always.
Do you know Ray?
He actually presented me a trophy going in my junior year. I was like the defensive player of the year that year. He presented me a trophy, but I wouldn't say I know him personally like that.
It's
but
big time.
I met him before.
Though,
yeah,
right?
for
That's
sure.
A dream.
So definitely. Yeah.
Person or people most responsible for you being here?
Grandparents.
Okay.
Grandparents, mom, brothers. It took
big support.
Yeah, big support group. I'd say that pushed me to get here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ventrell, I was excited about talking to you. I appreciate you doing this. I enjoyed it very much. I look forward to working with you over the years, and thank you for joining the Ozone Podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Take care, you guys.